Just when we thought John Horst and the Milwaukee Bucks were finished this offseason, he adds a sneaky signing for the big man rotation. But will this ad be enough for this Milwaukee Bucks roster going into next year? I'm Jake Finnerty, and welcome on into Bucks Digest. If you want to keep it locked on all things Milwaukee Bucks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. 90% of our viewers are not subscribed. Please hit that subscribe button as we inch towards 1,000 subs. Cannot wait to hit that milestone. But as mentioned, the Milwaukee Bucks, they're adding another guy. They're adding another big man. John Horst has answered our prayers, all our cries, all our weeps, and he's addressing the issues. But will this signing be enough? I truthfully think it's a bit sneaky. It's a bit fun. It's a bit more for the team. Let's beef it up. So you're probably thinking, who is this big signing that we just got? Well, is it that big? We just got it in the form of a two-way contract. And it comes from Woj. A couple days ago on Twitter, he announced, and excuse me if I mispronounced the name, free agent center Anzejs Pasecniks is signing a two-way deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. The Latvian 7-footer played in parts of 2 NBA seasons with the Washington Wizards. Now I'm going to address him as AP, as the Washington Wizards announcers often did when he played in those games. But AP is a Milwaukee Buck. He's in the building. And honestly, it's a signing where you see this name, I myself was kind of like, who? What? What just happened? And I had to do a little bit of digging, a little bit of research. But nonetheless, a 7-footer, a center, a guy to add to that big man rotation. So you're probably wondering, he played in those NBA seasons, he played in those NBA games. What did we get out of him? What did he provide for those teams? Folks, I hope you're sitting, because you're going to be shocked at how amazing this signing is just based off of these stats. There you go. That's it. 28 games. Wow. Yeah. A bit underwhelming on the side of playing in NBA games. Playing 28 games, that being in 2019-2020 season and 2020-21 season. 16 minutes in 2019-2020. 5.8 points. Sure. I mean, decent. It's just 52% shooting. Looking at these numbers, it's hard to really come up with anything that's tangible. Come up with a feeling about what this signing is. Because you see this and you're like, oh, it's just a guy playing in the G League, extending his career, and, he's 7 feet. So let's add him on to the two-way roster. Add him on for those 50 games. That's why I tell you guys, let's breaks. Because I want to show you. I want to show you what he did last year, just like here in Spain, in the Spanish professional league over there. In 34 games on 21 minutes, averaging on 60% shooting. You're reading that correctly. 60% shooting. That right there is a good baseline for how you're bringing in on a two-way contract. Yes, it's overseas. It's overseas, not the NBA. It's not the G League. It's not anything like that. But that right there, for a guy who's going to be banging up for this, in potentially a max of 50 games. Could be whenever we need him. Could be, this stat line right here, this is promising. This is good. I like this. And this is why I consider this signing a bit sneaky, a bit fun. Because what we needed, what we've been crying for, is more depth for the bigs. We need another big. We need another big in the building. We didn't get that. Most of Torian Prince on a vet minimum contract. That was the biggest we got with our signings. That right there. Now, again, you're thinking, overseas, of course. He's playing overseas. These are the stats there. How is this going to translate to the NBA? Let me remind you that just a month ago, the NBA, or a little over a month ago, I'll say, the NBA draft took place. And with the 23rd pick, John Horst put his faith in a kid who is playing over in Australia. The numbers didn't fully support it. The games over there didn't fully support it. But John Horst took the chance. And everyone, including myself at first, was up in arms. Now I might be one of the biggest advocates for AJ Johnson. Because he came in to the NBA. We saw videos of his workouts. We then saw him play in these games. The athleticism was there. It translates. And you saw him and you were like, oh yeah, that's going to work. That's going to do well. And especially working behind Dame, he's going to be good. Where I'm getting at with this, no, AP does not have the same potential as AJ Johnson. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, we've seen it translate. We've seen John Horst put his faith in people, in players, that to the average person like us, like myself, might not bat an eye at. But then they come into this building, and they perform at a very solid to high level. AP performing as the third center on this team, you give me those numbers, that's a very high level third center right there. A very decent guy to bring into this building. And it also shows John Horst sees the issues with this team. He clearly knows what's wrong. So he's addressing it in any way that he can. And that goes, and that proves that there's still more to come with this Milwaukee Bucks team. That there is clearly issues being addressed, and this team is headed towards a lot of success. AP may fuel it. He may be a part of this. And I hope he is, because I can't wait to see him get into the building. I can't wait to see him work, and I can't wait to see the way that he provides aiding this backcourt, or this front court, I should say. With that being said, let me know what you think of the AP signing of the Milwaukee Bucks going into this year. And as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay locked here on Bucks Digest.